Imagine this. You've just been freed from 400 years of slavery. You've witnessed 10 plagues, seen the Red Sea part, and walked through on dry land. The future looks bright, right? Well, for the Israelites led by Moses, this was just the beginning of a 40-year journey through a vast and unforgiving wilderness. A journey that would test their faith, their leader, and their very spirit. This is the story of Moses in the wilderness, a tale of miracles and murmuring, of divine guidance and human failure. After the spectacular escape from Egypt, the initial euphoria quickly faded. The Israelites found themselves in a desert with no food, no water, and no GPS. It didn't take long for it to start complaining. Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die? They asked Moses. They had short memories, didn't they? But God provided. When they were hungry, He sent manna from heaven, a mysterious, bread-like substance that appeared on the ground each morning. When they were thirsty, Moses, guided by God, struck a rock, and water gushed out. It was a cycle that would repeat itself over and over. The people would complain, Moses would intercede, and God would provide. One of the most pivotal moments happened at the foot of Mount Sinai. While Moses was up on the mountain, receiving the 10 Commandments directly from God, the very foundation of law and morality, the people below were getting restless. They convinced Moses, his brother, Aaron, to build them an idol, a golden calf, to worship. When Moses came down from the mountain and saw this, his anger was immense. He threw down the stone tablets, shattering them, symbolizing the broken covenant between God and the people. It was a low point, a profound betrayal after everything they had witnessed. Yet, Moses, ever the leader, pleaded with God to forgive his people, and God, in His mercy, did. The journey continued, marked by rebellion, spies sent into the Promised Land, who came back with fearful reports, and the subsequent punishment. An entire generation, including Moses himself, would not be allowed to enter the land of Canaan. They were destined to wander for 40 years, 1 year for each day the spies had spent in the land. Think about that, 40 years, a whole lifetime for many. They had to learn to depend on God for their daily bread, to follow a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. It was a long, grueling, and transformative process. It was in the wilderness that a nation of slaves was forged into a people of God, bound by law and a shared history of redemption and discipline. Finally, after for decades, they stood at the border of the Promised Land. Moses, now an old man, was allowed to see the land from a mountaintop, but he was not permitted to enter. His work was done. He had led his people out of bondage, guided them through the desert, and brought them to the very edge of their destiny. He passed the torch of leadership to Joshua, and his story came to a peaceful end. The story of Moses in the wilderness is more than just an ancient tale. It's a powerful epic about leadership, faith, human weakness, and divine patience. It teaches us that sometimes the longest journeys, the ones through our own personal deserts, are the ones that shape us the most. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. See you in the next video.